I'd like to call to order the meeting of the village board for February 13th, 2024. Would you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Corey, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone.
Here.
Trustee Carmona.
Here.
Trustee Franz.
Here.
Trustee Fry.
Here.
Trustee Lomax.
Here.
Trustee Panicola.
Here.
Trustee Perez.
Here.
That's 7. We have a quorum.
At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
We have one this evening, Alexis Ciancio.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Alexis Ciancio. This is Tyler Savada. He's my boyfriend. We live at 17 North Old Plank Road. His grandma's lived there for 20 years. We've lived there for the past 2.5 years. And we have been parking along Main Street in the parking stalls for those 2.5 years. And recently, in the last month or so, we've been getting overnight street parking tickets. And one of the options that we were given, I had spoke with Mary as well as Sergeant P-TAC recently. And one of the options that I was given was to park in the city center parking lot. I, as a young woman, don't feel safe at 5:30 a.m. and p.m. walking by myself in the dark, about half a mile. And so we were wondering if for those 3 parking stalls that we've been parking in, if it's possible to pay for those parking stalls or be granted a parking pass for those 3 parking stalls.
Okay, bring me up to date on this. Where are these parking stalls?
These are along the Metro line. They're posted 4-hour parking, no overnight. No, it's posted no overnight parking right now currently.
There's a sign that says no parking in the designated spots. There's a 4-hour limit from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. That's
what it is.
posted right in front of it. I leave at 5:30 a.m. Before that time starts.
Right.
Do you have a garage?
There is a garage. There is already a car and a few other things inside of it. And then there is in front the driveway that can fit 1 car going sideways. We can't park any other, and we have 3 of them.
Why don't we, this is gonna be a quick meeting. Can you hang out for like 10 minutes? We'll
Yeah,
all
and I
sit down
also have
we'll look
pictures
at all
as well.
that.
Yeah.
Or do you want to send this to Traffic Safety Committee?
Well, let's look at what she has first, and then we'll see what the next best option is. If you don't mind.
Yeah, no,
All
that's
right,
fine.
well, it'll be just a few minutes, and we'll all sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That concludes public comment.
This will conclude the public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the January 16th, 2024 board meeting?
You have a motion?
Is there a second?
You have a second?
Any modifications to the minutes? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona.
Yes.
Trustee Franz.
Yes.
Trustee Fry.
Yes.
Trustee Lomax.
Yes.
Trustee Panicola.
Yes.
Trustee Perez.
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $3,290,566.02. Is there a motion to approve this warrant?
So
You have a
moved.
motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona.
Yes.
Trustee Franz.
Yes.
Trustee Fry.
Yes.
Trustee Lomax.
Yes.
Trustee Panicola.
Yes.
Trustee Perez.
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the warrant is approved. No items on the consent agenda. Under Public Works, we have a resolution authorizing the execution of a joint funding agreement for construction with the Illinois Department of Transportation, which is IDOT, for grant funding and authorizing the appropriations of required local matching and non-participating funds associated with the Main Street Church Road resurfacing and sidewalk construction project. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a
Do I
motion?
have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion? Joe?
Yep, so the Main Street and the Church Road LAFO project did receive Surface Transportation Program, STP grant funds, in the amount of $607,750. So that is a part of the total construction cost. Typically, these grant funds can come anywhere between 50/50 to 80/20. So we do have a local participation share of this project. The current cost estimate for the project is just over $1.17 million. That leaves a local share component of about $566,652, so we're paying less than half the construction on this project through this grant. As part of the IDOT process, we have to approve a resolution saying that we will indeed repay IDOT for this portion of the grant, our local share. It's normal practice. We've done this a million times at this dais. This is just for the next project coming down our path. So staff does recommend approval of this resolution.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 2 is a resolution appropriating the use of Rebuild Illinois grant funds for construction of the 2024 residential street improvement program in the amount of $1,209,469.02. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Being in a motion, a second. Joe, we have discussion on this one?
Yeah, so as part of the big infrastructure plan, federal infrastructure plan, we received $1.2 million in Rebuild Illinois funds. So this was distributed through the state of Illinois, kind of like the same way they do MFT funds, so we got a portion based off of our population. So that $1.2 million has already been delivered. We have until May of 2024 to actually spend those funds. We had identified a different project to spend these funds on, but that project likely won't be completed by that time, so we're transferring from our South Business District project, where we planned on utilizing those funds, to our 2024 street project, which will be out to bid in the next couple of weeks. So we're just moving some funds around. In order to do that, we must tell IDOT that we are going to use those funds for this project. So in front of you tonight is a resolution that basically just allocates our Rebuild Illinois funds to the 2024 street improvement program.
And that will be finished by that time.
Yes, that project we expect to be starting probably in the March, April timeframe, and hopefully even finishing before July 4th.
Excellent.
Any other questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 3 is a resolution authorizing purchase order to Imperial Surveillance for senior and community center access control and video cameras in the not to exceed amount of $75,000. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a
Do I
motion.
have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
Yeah, so as part of our senior and community center, we're looking to upgrade our access control, which is our lockable doors around the building, as well as our video surveillance. So we're putting in new hallways, new rooms. We want to actually control those with access control. We have an existing system here. It has to be expanded. In order to do that, we looked at our preferred vendor who put it in and who manages it for us, Imperial Surveillance. They provided us a proposal in the amount of just under $75,000 to do all the upgrades necessary, add about, I want to say it's 12 or 14 cameras and a bunch of access door controls. Again, this is going to allow us to monitor the facility a little bit better with more cameras and also control the doors and keep people out of rooms they shouldn't be into and let them into rooms that they can. So it's staff's recommendation to approve this contract.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, the resolution is approved. 4 is a resolution authorizing the ratification of payment to Restore Restoration Incorporated for emergency remediation to the Village Hall after a pipe burst on January 17th, 2024, in the amount of $14,722.15. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, Joe?
Yeah, so on January 17th, we did have a pipe burst here at the Village Hall. It was caused by a frozen pipe that provided pressure into our fire sprinkler system that blew out one of our elbows. So we had water spewing out of our ceiling in the foyer downstairs into the vestibule downstairs, and then a lot of that water found its way down to the basement. We had the pipe repaired by Omega Pro Systems. That cost was about $3,700. We called in Restore Restoration to take care of cleaning up all the water, the remediation, pulling off some of the drywall, airing out for a few days some of the facilities so that we made sure we didn't have any further damages to our facility. That cost was $14,722.15. We have a contract with Passion to work on our senior center. We asked them to provide us with an off-the-project cost to do the repairs necessary to drywall, putting up drywall, taping it, painting it, doing any other restoration that was necessary just due to this pipe burst. That was just over $4,900. There's still a couple things that we have to do. The 2 heaters in the vestibule themselves were damaged. Actually, one of them I don't think was working, which could have been part of the cause. So there's about $1,500 worth of repairs to that, as well as some of the material that was stored in the basement of Village Hall for the electrician was damaged. It got water damage. They don't want to use those switches and outlets and things like that. There was about $4,000 worth of lost material. So altogether, it's just about $25,000 worth of loss on this project, or on this accident. As it is typically our practice to notify the board when we intend to use our village manager's contingency fund. We're looking to transfer $25,000 of the village manager's contingency fund into the appropriate public works funds to pay off some of these bills. So, we're here tonight really to ask that permission, let you know we're gonna do that, as well as the restore restoration invoice was more than our $10,000 administrative limit, so we're also looking to ratify the payment of that. It was on the warrant earlier today that you approved, so it's staff recommendation to ratify that payment so we can move forward with the rest of the repairs.
I want to say we lucked out on this one because we were building the senior center downstairs. There was nothing downstairs really to get damaged. I think it would have been a different story if we had flooring and wall coverings up. I want to thank the Bensonville Fire Protection District for their quick response to get the water off, as well as the numerous staff members. It was kind of a homecoming for everybody at 10 o'clock at night to come and, as well as the mayor, to come and survey the damage and get everything put back together. So a couple things on this. It is the village manager that I always promise you I come to you if we're ever going to move money out of the village manager's contingency fund. We're ratifying a payment that's already occurred, and so that's why this is here tonight.
Cool. Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's six.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 5 is a resolution authorizing the approval of amendment number 1 to the professional engineering services agreement with Greenlee Hansen LLC for construction engineering of the pressure adjusting station replacement project contingent to IEPA loan approval. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a
Do I have
motion.
a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, Joe, we have discussion?
Yeah, so the Greeley and Hanson contract was approved by you guys back in December of last year. As we're finalizing our loan agreement with the IEPA, they always do a review of our contract documents as well as our construction engineering documents. They had suggested and required us to do a few edits to the engineering agreement. None of these are monetary and based, none of them are time-based. They're more, the EPA wants to make sure that Greeley and Hanson is aware of some of the requirements of the IEPA loan. So we felt it was best to go ahead and formalize that with village board approval. This is amendment number 1. On your agenda, you see the 5 things that basically they wanted added into the contract. We have reviewed those, read those, are okay with those. Greeley and Hanson also is approving of those at no additional cost as well. So more of a formality to make sure that we are ready to accept this loan agreement once it's developed, which should happen in the next few weeks.
Any questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. Joel spends it on the recreation where Sean brings it in. Number 1 is a resolution authorizing a facility usage license agreement with 20 by 85 LLC for the Chi-Town Shuffle Youth Hockey Tournament. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second? Did I hear a second?
Yep.
Being a motion and a second, discussion. Sean, thank you.
Yeah, so this is the Chi-Town Shuffle Tournament, April 19th through the 21st. Going to bring about 30 teams from the Chicagoland area and around the Midwest in, and is going to bring in about just over $20,600 in revenue for the weekend.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the resolution is approved. 2 is a resolution authorizing facility usage license agreement with Play Hockey USA. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, we have discussion, Sean?
Yes, this is for the Windy City Rumble, which is May 3rd through the 5th. This tournament's going to also feature about 30 teams from around the Midwest, bring in about $20,000 in revenue. Springtime's tournament time for the travel teams, so the Edge has enjoyed being home to these tournaments.
Questions from the board? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, resolution is approved. 3 is a resolution authorizing an ice arena license and facility use agreement with the Chicago Blues Hockey Club. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Do we have discussion? Sean?
Yeah, the Blues have been our major tenant at the Edge Ice Arena since 2000. Their deal expires August 31st of this year, and through negotiations over the past few months, we finally have come to an agreement where they will be signing a 7-year extension of their current agreement and are excited to stay in Bensonville.
We have a rough cost or rough
Uh,
revenue?
Starting at $798,392 in the first year of the agreement. And then it'll increase 3% every year thereafter, which is standard industry practice.
This is a big one for us, our anchor tenant at the Edge, so getting a 7-year deal for us is solid.
Questions from the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries. Resolution is approved. 4 is a resolution authorizing the execution of facility rental use agreement with TCC Tournament LLC. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a motion.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Sean?
Yeah, TCC Tournament LLC is going to bring 2 week-long hockey camps this summer to the Edge. And those are going to be scheduled during the downtime of our other user groups. So this is just added revenue for us. Going to bring in an extra $17,000, and it's been included in the 2024 annual budget.
Questions from the board? Call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and resolution is approved. 5 is a resolution authorizing an ice arena license and facility use agreement with Chiefs Hockey Club. Is there a motion to approve?
You have a
Do
motion.
I have a second?
Second.
Being a motion and a second, do we have discussion?
So same thing with the Chiefs here. The Chiefs have been with us since 1999, actually. So a little bit longer than the Blues have. Their agreement was also up. So we have gone on and signed them as well to a 7-year deal, which will go through August 31st, 2031. They purchase roughly $430,000 of ice annually. That will increase by 3% every year thereafter. The Blues are our number 1 prime tenant. The Chiefs are basically the second biggest ice purchaser at the Edge. We're very excited to have them both locked up for another 7 years. Typically, they've done 7-year agreements, so for them to stick with us again, it's a great thing for the village.
Awesome.
The ice hockey world is rather tumultuous right now. Everybody's moving around, so for us to stabilize these contracts for us gives us a lot of surety going into the future.
Questions from our board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries, the resolution is approved. Moving on to president's remarks, I have a couple. St. Patrick's Day themed senior bingo night will be held on March 14th at Green Street Grill. Doors open at 3 p.m. Dinner will be served at 4 p.m., followed by bingo. The cost is $5 at the door. No prior registration is needed. Please see the village website for more information. And then my favorite event, the Law Enforcement Classic hockey game, which benefits Honor Flight Chicago, will take place on March 23rd at the Edge Ice Arena. The puck drops at 6. There are still seats available. Please call the Honor Flight Chicago ticket office at 773-227-8387 to purchase tickets or visit the village website for the online link. That concludes presidential remarks. Do we have a village manager's report?
Just have one item, Your Honor. The village has several open positions on our website. We encourage everyone, if you're interested in working for the Village of Bensonville, to go there. But most importantly, we are accepting applications for police officers. The written test will be held on March 5th at 6:30 p.m. at the police department. There's more information on how to receive information, on application rather, on the front page of our website. It's one of the most important positions that we hire for, and we want to make sure we get great candidates. That concludes our report, Mr. President.
Do we have a village attorney report?
I have no report.
Is there any unfinished business to come before the board tonight?
Seeing none?
Is there any new business to come before the board tonight?
Seeing none.
Executive session?
No.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Fry?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax? Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.